What is up, everyone? This is Mo Gaming here, and today I'm going to show you the best settings to have for Warzone 2.0 for Season 1. So this is going to be the best controller and graphics settings you can have. So let's get right into this. So you want to press the options button, and again, this is going to be very similar for PC, specifically for console, so Xbox and PlayStation 4, 5. So that's what I'm mostly speaking on. So we're going to kick it off with controller. So we're going to kick off over here, and we're going to kind of like just start it off over here on what I have. So first thing is vibration. I actually keep it off. You can have it on, is up to you and how you want to have it. But the reason why I'm kind of speaking on that is, and actually you want to kind of have it on advanced, so you have all the other information here as well. So you want to kind of like keep kind of going sprinting back and forth from like advanced and like regular as well, just an FYI. So the reason why I say that is for like PlayStation, the battery dies very fast. So you want to kind of have it. I personally want to have it off, so I just want to kind of give you a full perspective of that on how it can technically impact you. The other one is you can actually flip R1 L1 R2 L2 R1 R2 L1 or whatever. So because right now it's L2 and R2 on the PlayStation is where how you shoot, but again you can change that if you don't like the trigger and whatnot on how you like it. The stick layout, I technically have it on default, but like I said, you can change this as well. Most people will like to keep it on default. The aiming, this is an interesting one where people don't know. This starts off with you like at 3 or I think or 2. Extremely low. You want to be at least 5, 6, 7. You want to start off with like I said 5, 6 ish. Otherwise it's extremely slow. I've seen so many of my teammates, like when I'm watching them like versus in Search and Destroy or something where I'm dead and watching them, and they can't move fast enough to the enemy because they still have it on 3 or 4. That's not good enough. You got to have it at I think at least 7, dude. But maybe you want to start you're slowly up there, like from at 5, 6, or 7. Even 7's low. You eventually get used to it and you're like, no, this is slow, man. You can go all the way up to like 20, which is straight up says insane. I eventually do need to pop this up as well. But just was kind of like calling it out over here. So we're gonna keep moving to the gameplay section as well. From the controller, you can see you can do aim down side behavior. You can have a hold or toggle. I have it on hold. You can change your zoom shared input as well. The automatic sprint, this is something that people don't know. You can kind of like, if you have it on off, it says sprint is activated manually with the sprint button, so you got to press it twice. Automatic sprint, it just automatically makes you do it. So a lot of people actually like to do either or, depending on which game you're playing. So for Warzone, automatic sprint may be more preferable. Like I said, this is kind of like up to you on how you like to personally do it. But again, I have it off. I like to do it myself, so I know how to kind of like keep going from there. Now keeping going on, let's keep going. I think that's fine for now. Let's see if there's anything on advanced that I want you guys to kind of specifically change. So let's keep going. Yep, we have this on toggle. Right, let's keep going. So we have these, you can see parachute, auto deploy, sprinting door bash is on, so like when you kind of go through it. And like I said, all of these things are like little things that you can have on these specific one that I do, and you can kind of keep it from here. So let's keep going. Yep, that's fine. Quick, this is an interesting one where depending on if you're the type of gameplay, so you can see mine is currently on off because I don't like it, but if you want to keep it on, this is going to detonate any C4 before throwing another one. So this is something I don't mind, having multiple C4s and then blowing them all up together, but some people, they don't want to use up all of theirs, specifically in Warzone. Like I said, we're talking more for Warzone's perspective, so this matters from that perspective, because so if I have it on, let's say I picked up 2 C4s, I can just put one next to a door. Someone comes in, I blow it up. I don't need to put 2 to blow it up now. 1 is sufficient. So you can kind of have this on and just take it from there. Right, so we have free look. Ping delay, I have it on moderate. So that's fine for now. Let's just move on to graphics. So in here, this is where it's going to kind of start getting interesting, and this is where you want to have like kind of like the best ones, right? For your gameplay, the most highest efficient one that'll give you the best quality per se, right? So you can see first starting with on-demand texture streaming. So this says downloads high quality textures to your console storage from the internet as you play the game, providing more color details on surfaces. I would want to have this on, and I do, as you can see, and it says high quality textures are downloaded as you play the game. You can set a daily download limit. I don't care about that. I don't think I have one. So this is probably more for people who want to either save on internet, they don't have unlimited internet, or they have bad quality internet. Then you want to turn it off so you can play better gaming. But again, I like that nice quality coming in, so I don't mind. It even says, no, enabling this setting allocates 24 gigs to this feature and requires sufficient available console storage space. So motion blur, world motion blur, you want to have this off. You want it looking like the left image. You don't want it looking like the right image. You might feel sick. You might not even like it, and it's going to mess up your gameplay. So definitely keep that in mind and be very cognizant of that. Weapon motion blur, very similarly, you want to have this off as well. You do not want this on. Trust me, it's going to mess it up for you. The film grain, you want this as 0. Trust me, you want to keep this as 0 because this is what it makes the quality look so much better once you have it as 0. So let's see, this is fine. This is kind of like your preference. This doesn't really make it that much, but you can see when you do the depth of field, on is simulates camera lens, out of focus, regains, regions appear blurry. So this is like whenever you kind of like, I don't want to say real life, I guess, but the surroundings look blurrier and what you're focusing on looks non-blurrier, as you can see in the 2 images shared. So let's keep going. This is fine. You don't need to do anything here. Let's keep going. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just trying to see like which one's the main ones you guys should kind of prioritize the most and go from there. I think this is fine for now. I think this is fine. Yeah, I think these were perfectly fine for the graphic settings. I want to go back to controller, and I want to go to the advanced sections to kind of talk a little bit about this. You want to keep target aim assist on. I want to say it's kind of like cheating, but yo, it's fine. You know, they're giving you the option, so you want to take the option. So you want to keep this on. What this does is, even if there's an enemy behind a wall, certain walls, their hitbox will kind of, I don't want to say show, but you will feel it in your controller. And it says the camera slows down when the crosshair is about to move over an enemy. This is a very important indicator to see, like, oh, there is an enemy here. Let me keep an eye out on this wall, or throw an RPG or grenades, sticky, the wall grenade, etc. You want to, like, this helps. These little things that I'm saying give you an edge and advantage. So you want to kind of keep that in mind and be cognizant of that. So that's another one. This one, you want to have the aim assist on default, but this can be your preference. Some people like it on Black Ops because they're Black Ops folks. Some like it on focusing. I personally prefer default. I don't care, honestly. It just helps me. The ADS, you can have it on. Aim assist is fine. You don't need to do anything here. The gyro behavior, I have it as off. The vector is whatever on. That's perfectly fine. I don't really kind of too much into that. Is fine for me. This one, I'm gonna kind of like let you try it out, but dynamic is usually much better from my experience. So where it says reverse S-curve mapping for a fine aim rate of control. So this is up to you if you want to keep it as standard, which is a simple power curve map from aim stick to aim rate. Linear, which is aim stick maps directly to the aim rate. So this is kind of like your preference. You might want to play a few games with the different ones and see which one works best for you and kind of go from there. Like I said, this is kind of like your choice on how you want it. Let's keep going. So this one, I believe you can have, yeah, this, I think we talked about this. Double tap, yep, I'm fine with the double tap for the tactical sprint. Ground and mental, you can actually keep this off. So what this does is, so if you look over here, off, the jump button won't make you mental while on the ground. You must first jump, then you may mental. And then on, the jump button will make you mental on nearby obstacles while you are grounded. So this is, again, this is preference again. Keeping it off is probably more preferable. You want to just kind of jump off it instead of mentaling it. So this is kind of like your preference on where you want to go with this. Trust me, you guys probably didn't even know there was like all these settings happening with these different things. For the airborne mental, you can keep this at off as well. The ground mental, same thing. You can have this on off as well. So you can keep these all three at off. It'll probably be more preferable to kind of do it from that perspective. Sprinting door bash, like I said, this is on. Again, if you're a person who doesn't want to make noise and you don't want to bash into the door, maybe you keep it off, and when you're at the door, you slowly go in. Again, it's all perspective. It's all how you're playing the game. It's all on your playing style, on how you want it. And I think I covered everything else. I think we are good to go, and we should have covered, yeah, I think these are the best ones for weapons and graphics for Season 1. Again, this is going to change. I'm going to make an updated video for Season 2 when it comes out. Who knows when it comes out, but when it comes out, we'll be making an updated video there for you guys to check out, and yeah, basically it. If you guys still have any comments, questions, just let me know in the comment section below. I'm more than happy you guys up. If you guys overall like this video, please smash that like button. Help out, guys, and new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell. Other than that, Mo Gaming out.